Hello everyone, and welcome to Silent Hill Symbolism, the live discussion on episode 2 of the podcast, what I'm calling season 2, Memory of Alessa. I'm going to take a moment and fix the boy cam. There's the boy. I should get it closer to him. I should have checked where it was before I started. Can I zoom in? No, this isn't that fancy of a camera, so I can't zoom in. Gandalf has been forced to hang out with me all day because I closed the door so he can't leave. Hello, Robin, Phil, Nacho, Jeff. Robin wants to know if I'll be reading Scumvillain this week. Unlikely, because everything has just been so wild. I kind of gave up on trying to follow the schedule this week because tomorrow is my niece's birthday, then New Year's, my birthday. So I think we're just going to start the week over on Monday and go back to normal then. Sorry for the missed readings, because I missed all those. But I didn't have the energy, honestly. I'm just tired. Celebrating's hard. Hello, everyone. Cynthia, Adam, Billy, who have I missed? Artemis, thanks for joining us. In this follow-up to the last episode, I really enjoyed the Memory of Alessa episode. It kind of connected some things that I hadn't really thought of before, like the idea that Maria is kind of, you could almost call her a memory of Mary. You know, the sense that they are both people who have the memories of another person without the experiences. And that makes her behavior really interesting. And the face-off on the wheel isn't really a face-off between Heather and Alessa. It's really between Alessa and the embodiment of her pain. Because the only thing that the memory of Alessa really remembers is the painful part, you know, the suffering in the hospital room. Whereas Heather says, I remember the hospital room too, but I also have all these other memories and experiences because I got to be Cheryl and I got to be Heather and have a good life. And so Alessa, the fully formed, knowing that there's good and bad, defeats the memory, which only understands bad things. I thought that was a really interesting way to look at it, and I never really thought of. Oh, thank you, Nico. I don't feel very beautiful. I just finished my exercise, and I need to go bathe, but I wanted to do this first because I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go play Stardew Valley. I might stream Stardew Valley because I'm considering doing a video on it, for reasons you will never guess, but I have thoughts, and I might need footage, so maybe I'll stream that later. That would be a really chill stream. Hey, Robert! So yeah, I really enjoyed this video. Were there things that I really couldn't cover? Let's see here. The numbers thing's really interesting. A lot of different theories have come up with the 13 counts 4. 13 plus 4 is 17. That's how old Heather is. 13 is a bad luck number. 4 is a bad luck number. In Japanese, 4 is she, which apparently sounds like the word for death. So 4 has always been a bad luck number there. I don't know where the origin of 13 as a bad luck number came from, but it is a bad luck number here as well. And if you multiply them, you get the weeks in a year. And the whole spinning wheel is kind of like the cycle of reincarnation. I've actually been thinking about that subject a lot lately because I just recently finished reading I'm going to guess, Bhagavad Gita? I'm probably wrong. Feel free to correct me. But it's a Hindu text that was really illuminating and interesting, and talks a great deal about reincarnation and multiple lives because that's a Hindu belief. Hinduism is like thousands of years old, and all these other traditions, Jainism, Sikhism, Buddhism, multiple different schools kind of popped off of them and have similar ideas, but they came up with the kind of the original. I'm sure other cultures had similar ideas, but the way that we think of it in the modern day comes from them. And it's been interesting that's kind of why I wanted to do the video on her, because in some ways it discusses reincarnation. Oh, I'm freaking... Ugh. Come on, come back. One of my HDMI cords is damaged, and every time I twitch, it comes undone, and I have to fix it. Stardew Valley Symbolism when? That's not exactly what I'm working on. Some believe 13 is unlucky due to the gunpowder plot. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I really don't know where it comes from. I do like the fact that in the riddle, it says, if you wish to escape, the 12th death will save you, because you have to kill the 12 horses. But technically, to get off the ride, you actually have to kill Alessa too, so there has to be 13 deaths, when 13 counts, kind of ties in. It was an interesting little connection there. If you take a look at the Wikipedia, or the Silent Hill wiki for this, there's a link that leads to a better view, a video that has a better view of the actual ride, because it's hard to see pieces of it. But there actually is, in the middle of the ride, this flaming corpse, kind of like the fight in the basement in Midwich Elementary, where you're fighting the lizard creature and there's a body burning in the center. Very similar to that. That is hard to see most of the time when you're playing the game. It's a very sad ride and very haunting, the way that it just endlessly descends into darkness, and the spinning wheel, the motifs are really haunting. It apparently also appears in the play novel, where it is the only ride that is not working until the cutscene or what have you starts, and Harry says something pretty interesting about how, why is this one so special? Well, it's all those themes that they're pulling in from Buddhism and everything. And of course the teacup ride, which we don't actually, I think, see moving in the game, but it is moving in that first cutscene. Not only does it look like the wheel of reincarnation spinning, with the 3 pieces being the 3 girls, it also looks like the circle that has the 3 circles for Silent Hill. And I wonder how much the fact that the circle, the symbol for the Silent Hill and the cult and what have you, is a bunch of circles, has to do with the reincarnation cycle. This actually got me thinking on what will probably be next week's discussion topic. How the cult actually functions as a religion. Like, what does it believe? Does it believe in reincarnation? What kind of traditions does it follow? I feel like reincarnation makes the most sense, because if the whole idea behind the cult is we're trapped in a world of suffering, then death would set you free, and their answer would just be to kill everybody. But if you're trapped and keep coming back, then you gotta summon God. And I think that ties in well to a lot of Eastern beliefs and influences that are coming from the Japanese dev team. 13's an unlucky number has also been related to the Templar Knights. And Billy says it was because there was 13 men in the plot, in the England plot, that I know nothing about because I'm an American and they don't teach us shit here. I know some guys wanted to blow up some stuff. I don't know.
Candy, is it bath time? Say, oh, yes, it is. It is bath time. I lick my foot. Don't look at me. It's embarrassing. I take a nap now. Oh, nope, still licking foot. Now my tail.
And Bob's over here just chilling. Hey, Bob. You're so little. I posted a picture on Twitter last night of Bob. Whenever I lay down to go to bed, he has to lay down on top of me. And I sleep on my side. So he just sits here and just paws on my shoulder staring at me like, Mother, it's bedtime. Go to sleep. Anyway. Yeah, if anybody has any questions about either the topic of this episode, of any other episode, or the podcast in general, please feel free to throw those in. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep rambling. Specifically, thoughts about the new format. I'm really enjoying how it's going. The music is from my cousin Brad, who's also has edited a couple of the video episodes. And he'll probably have some new tracks sometime in the future, but I'm not going to, be like, where are they? Because, it's a busy time of year, but he's working on more music, so... If you've wondered why the music was the same in both episodes, it's because I only have so many tracks. But of course, still, it got hit with copyright as soon as it went up, and it said the music was so-and-so's. Like, it's literally not, I know who made it. You can't. And it didn't actually try to monetize the video, so I didn't care to open up an issue. None of my videos are monetized with commercials anymore because they're all garbage. Literally all I get is really aggressive soap commercials trying to sell me man soap, because I am a person that likes horror movies and video games, and that must mean I am a man who needs soap. And also equipment to shave my balls. Has anybody else seen those? I've seen those a lot. They're horrible. Anyway. Talk more about the connection between Travis and Alessa. We can, but unfortunately I can't weigh in that much because that's the one I haven't finished, which will be what we go to after Shattered Memories. Since we're playing that right now, I want to get through it, maybe play it once or twice, get my thoughts around it. But that will be the next one we move to, because it's the other major title that I've not even played but like half of. Not even finished it. Let's see. Oh, Robert wants to know when I'll do more Let's Go Eevee. I don't know. Sometimes just for fun. We might play it sometime. I don't know. Everybody wants to know about... Yes, someone else gets the... Oh, man. I've gotten so many of those ball shaving commercials. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. It's been a while because we had a freaking election in the United States, and my secret was YouTube had a 3-month trial of their no commercials, like, upgrade thing, and I was like, well, the election will be over in 3 months. Click. So that's what I did. But yeah, I get a lot of those aggressively man-themed, because men only want manly stuff like man soap. I get those all the time. And yeah, they're bad. So no more commercials. I really feel very honored that there's so many members that it has really overbalanced into, it used to be that it kind of added to what I was making with monetization. It's completely overshot it now. So that's a really lovely thing to be able to do. I'm excited about that. Let's think what else I was gonna... Oh, someone pointed out in comments, and it was a thought I'd already kind of had, that they liked the new format, but it might be easier for them to follow along if there was at least like some, not slideshow really, but like images. And that had kind of been my thought. I was actually watching Jim Sterling, because he's hilarious, and a lot of his videos are just him talking and images popping up. I wouldn't be going as far as... His videos have a lot of intense editing, and I'm trying to avoid that because I'm lazy. But I might do something like that in the future, where it's still the podcast format, and when I put it on YouTube, we'll have some, like, corresponding images to whatever I'm talking about for, like, 30 seconds here, a minute there. It won't be as difficult to edit as the videos, and it might make it a little better to watch on YouTube. Yeah, see, that's also... Akatsuki says, I've seen a number of ads for right-wing news on your channel. Yeah, that's part of what I'm trying to get away from, too, because they do video games, and United States, tends to cross over into, we're gonna advertise really horrible politics on your channel, and I don't want any horrible people using my channel to advertise their horrible politics. So that's been my goal since kind of the election started. I was like, I really want to get away from this, because I can't control what they, I can't opt in or out on who gets to advertise on my channel, and that's not, I don't like that, so. Aw, thank you, Adam. I'm so glad you like my videos. It's amazing to me that people have really been watching this stuff for so long and liking it. Just, I got sentimental last night, and I started looking through Twitter and where people have used my username, and I'm like, I can't believe people like this stuff this much. Oh my god. Have you ever seen Onimusha? I feel like that's been on my list to watch for a while. Is that the one with the... No, I'm thinking of Musashi. The name I recognize. I don't know what it is. I have a long list of so many various things that I want to watch or read, and I'm still working through it. Like I said, I'm reading stuff like this so dense and thick, and God, literally a paragraph, like one paragraph in this will have an entire paragraph, like the bold is the actual text, and then that's the commentary on the text. I read all of it because I hate myself. No, it was very beautiful and lovely and very interesting, but it is a lot to process. So, slowly working through my backlog of books to read, even as I buy more books because I have a problem. Yeah, what's going... No. I don't even want to hear about that dude. I'm so glad he'll soon be irrelevant and hopefully in jail. Onimusha is a game. That's what it is. I confuse things. Oh, yeah. What have I been working on? I finished that, and I guess I'm going to be going to this one next. I'm kind of working through my backlog on world religions, specifically Hinduism, because this is the wildest connection. See if you follow me. I want to make a video about Hinduism in Stardew Valley. You get it, right? You see the connection that I've made? I'm sure everyone understands and doesn't need me to explain why I'm doing that at all. We love your book problem, though. See, you guys are my enablers. I've actually half considered getting together like an Amazon wish list or something of just books that I'm interested in for the channel and for research, and just putting it up there and being like, you want to enable me? There you go. There's the books. I might do that on my birthday. Who knows? We do need to finish David Lynch movies. I haven't had a lot of free time for watches lately, but that'll change next month. It's amazing every year how freaking busy December is right up until the 1st, and then nothing. You know, so dead. Silent Hill 2 is a creepy game for many, but I'm the only player who was peace over there. You mean like at peace? I think a lot of people find it peaceful. It's hard to explain, but I've kind of had that feeling where, like, especially in my darker portions of my life where I didn't feel good because I had issues going on, experiencing Silent Hill allowed me to embrace the fact that, I wasn't feeling good. I didn't have to pretend. I could just feel what I was feeling and process it. And it really helped me get through the horrible high school years. I really do appreciate it for that. And I think that's part of what it's really good for. P5R Symbolism one day. I am thinking there's going to be another podcast, and I don't know what I'm going to call it or what. It's just going to be random shit that I want to talk about, and it'll go on YouTube. And I have a notebook with Persona 5 stuff in it, like 20 pages of notes from when I first played it. I also have that for Tales of Berseria, because I had a lot of thoughts on that game. And now apparently I'm doing Stardew Valley, sort of. And Hinduism, which I don't need to explain. Everyone understands. We all understand. Who folded... This is what happens when you buy things secondhand. People fold the pages in half. Why would they do this? That's not how you treat book. That's not how you treat book. Look at it. Now it's folded. How could you do this? Not how you treat a book. Yeah. Yeah, we're coming up on 20 minutes. So let's talk about my thoughts on the podcast. Done 2 of them, kind of getting a feel for what I want it to sound like and how long I want it to be. I'm thinking 15 to 20 minutes for the base episode, and then I want to add like another 15 or 20 for the bonus stuff. I thought I would do a Q&A, but no one has sent questions, which is so funny to me, because I would get inundated with questions in my DMs and on Twitter and everywhere, and now I'm not, once I've asked for them. But I figure it's probably, we do this. You don't really need a Q&A session of a podcast when you have a follow-up that is basically a Q&A. So it probably won't be that. I don't know how much, extra research content I want to do, because inevitably, if I researched it and I found that info, I kind of want to share it with everyone and not make, knowledge... I don't want to keep knowledge from the people. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want the bonus shit to be. And I wanted to throw it out to you guys to see if anybody has any thoughts on things that they want. Either from general, this is also generally members content. Because I've done poetry readings. I think I've gotten a lot of feedback that people seem to enjoy listening to me reading poetry. And I'm not going to stop, because I'm obsessed with poetry, and I have no outlet for that obsession. So I'm going to keep doing the poetry readings. I've also done things where I've read... texts that I'm researching, which people have engaged with some, and I think kind of has helped me process some things. But I don't know if that's... I'm kind of trying to feel out what members' content works, what people really like, and what maybe isn't as popular, needs to be streamlined, So I wanted to ask, if you're a member, what stuff of mine have you enjoyed or taken part of? If you're not a member, what would make you sign up? What kind of... Is there something you've wanted from me? Other than weird shit. Because I know there's somebody... My brother told me I should put up on my Patreon page a $500 tier that says you get feet pics. which would be funny. That makes sense. Tintin says Silent Hill's like a good city, but a lot of monsters that want to kill you. Yeah, don't feel bad. I often have trouble understanding language on the internet because I'm bad at my own language, but we're all speaking various different languages here. The internet connects so many people. Don't feel bad. You're farther ahead than I am knowing another language and talking in it. I can't. I remember basura, and that's trash can, I think, in Spanish, maybe. Or is it just trash? I don't know. Oh, yeah, people do really enjoy the fan fiction. That's true. And I actually have had people say that they read the fan fictions. Oh, yes, and Fanfic Friday. That's coming back. I stopped it because I wanted to change it up a little, and then the holidays happened, and I didn't get back to it. So next month, that's for one, I want to do some special episodes, and, the Silent Hill, and I have something else. And then we need to finish the Sephiroth thing, because that was going places. That was something. We will continue that. I want to get a green screen for reasons, and then we will continue that. So after my birthday, probably, that'll be my first thing. Oh, more cat pics? Should I have, a cat blog or something? I don't know, I was working... Okay, here's the sad truth. I was working on a video compilation, about my cats, and here's some cute videos and pictures. And the week I was working on it, Pippin died. And I haven't gotten back to it, because now it's kind of do I include Pippin in it? Do I talk about it? Do I just make it over? It kind of got a little sad, so I stepped away from that one. But I do know people really enjoy the cats. I will try and do something with that at some point. I'll have to figure it out. I will get back to Fanfic Friday, for sure, with the wonderful artwork that I do. I do need to get back to that. I wanted to do, sections where, it was more dramatized, with, green screen stuff, but, I don't know, we'll keep working on that. Cat feet pics. Everybody loves cat feet pics. Yeah, Yeah, Pippin was a good kitty. And a mean kitty, but she was a good kitty. Well, that is most of my thoughts. Wanting to get your feedback. If you missed the live and want to leave a thought, feel free to do it in the comments. If you think of something and you want to share it in the Discord or something, what have you. I'm trying to think of what other stuff I was doing. So we tried some, private or members-only streams. I don't know that I'll do that as much, because it just feels like we're cutting out so much possibility for interaction with general people, because, you might end up that day, maybe only 2 or 3 members are free, and then the chat is only 3 people. And it's more fun the more people that are there. So that doesn't feel like really a thing that I could offer. I don't think that's going to be as much fun. And I feel like the movie nights and game night stuff that we do, that's also more fun. I don't want to do a members thing that's going to make it less fun because now we have less people we can hang out with, I want to do something that's an extra thing. And I think the poetry readings seem to be popular. I might still do the other reading the thing from time to time. Maybe an extra story. I thought about maybe having a weekly story reading that is only for members, but I don't know what would draw people, or I don't know. Still thinking about that. When did you first start thinking so much about symbolism? What got you started? It was in my freshman year of college, actually. One of the highlights of my life. Moving from high school, which was so depressing and upsetting, I got to college, and suddenly it was like people treated me like an adult. Holy shit. And the classes, I got to pick more. In my freshman year, I loaded it with things I liked. Writing, English, history, and religion. And it helped me really realize that these were things I was super passionate about. And the way that we talked about things in class, about the books we were reading and the movies we were watching, just really got me thinking about other things I liked, which specifically was video games. And I had a professor that I basically signed up to every class he ever had because he was the greatest and the best. And he and I had long chats about Lord of the Rings and Star Trek, and he helped me write my thesis. He was my thesis professor. And really helped me to develop my sense of analyzing literature. So it was college that really made me fall in love with it, specifically the English and religious ethics departments. I lived in that building. It was the same building, different floors, no air conditioning, and the bathroom was a joint to the lounge. and you had to keep the door open because otherwise it was stiflingly hot. That was our English religion building. I'm going to do more of the Black Magic podcast on the members only readings. Do you mean when I read the Black Magic book? That was I call that series research notes, where I read whatever, I read a chapter from a book I'm researching. If I were read a chapter from this because it's what I was researching at the time. I had some folks give me some feedback on that, liking it, so I will probably continue that at some point. I need to figure out more of a, I don't know, streamlining what it is people like, when I'm going to do it. I feel like at this point I've thrown a very wide net on a bunch of different things, and now I need to figure out what actually works and what people will actually enjoy, and just do those 4 things instead of 12 things. I don't know. Excuse me. Pippin was amazing. She ate your hair. She did. I have a video of that. I should do maybe a in memoriam of all of Pippin's goofy shit. I have so many videos of her over the years. I got her the summer before I started college. So she was with me 10 years, all through college. She was a sweetheart. She was my buddy. And she actually, my brother rescued her from a place that was not taking care of her very well as a kitten, and hid her in his shirt. Walked up to the house, we were all outside to meet them, and he had her under his shirt, and my dad looks at him and goes, "Your shirt better not have just meowed." And he goes, "Well," he had my cat for me. Because we had moved that year, and my cat that I had had for ages had run away. Sometimes cats get really confused or turned around in new neighborhoods, and he was lost. So I was really upset, and so Pippin was my new best friend. Yeah. Fair enough. We love everything, so it's all a win, Muse. Oh, well, I'm glad you guys like it. I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I think the extra content on podcasts is going to be a good thing, because it's something I'm already creating for everybody, but you kind of get the cherry on top. So both the members or the Silent Hill podcast and the general random shit podcast will have extra content. And then I think the extra readings, the research notes and the poetry, do pretty well, and it's kind of up my milieu. So that, I think, will continue. I need to look at it all. I'm gonna take some time to do that at some point. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. In the future, I'm gonna try and do these a little more scheduled out and with some notes and topics to talk about. This week has been so wild, but I didn't want to miss another stream, so I decided to do it anyway. I am going to take a nap. My niece, actually, she's downstairs. She stayed up super late because it's the holidays, and she fell asleep on the couch, and she woke up when I was in the kitchen making lunch, and she goes, "What day is it?" I said, "It's the same day, sweetheart." And she goes, "Oh, I thought I slept through my birthday." She's so cute. Oh, man. Well, Alexis says, "I feel well fed as a member." Well, that's good. I worry sometimes if I'm coming up with good shit or not, so it's good to know that people seem to enjoy it. I may eventually just create a you know me, I love my forms, my Google forms. I may just make one and say, "Here, members, give me your feedback. What do you like and not like, and what would you want?" and blah, blah, blah. So, next couple days we'll be off because tomorrow is niece's birthday, and the next day is New Year's Eve, when my family and I are going to celebrate my birthday. January 1st, I will be back with a day-long stream of my favorite shit. I don't know, it may be one game all day, it might be a couple different things, it'll be whatever I feel like, I don't know. Probably start whenever I get up in the morning, so, keep an eye out for that. The birthday stream on the 1st. Join the Discord if you'd like to be kept up to date with stuff, and, when I'm doing things, and hang out with cool people. We watch TV and movies and all kinds of things. Play games. We're going to get more to that at some point. I should subject my niece to more horror games. That would be fun. I don't like the British government. Can you do something about that? I wish, but I cannot, unfortunately. I wish I could do something about my government, but... anyway. Books! The paperbacks have arrived. Where'd they go? Woo! They started going out in the mail today. I still have a couple pre-orders left that have to be filled that are going to be a little behind because I'm waiting for other books to arrive. As people that like ordered 2 or 3 books. But they should go out soon, I hope. I will probably do a sale at some point in the next couple days to try and drum up, new interest in the books now that they're all here. Keep an eye out for that if you haven't bought them. Become a member if you haven't. 99 cents a month, you get access to cool shit. Links in the description to tell you all about it and all the tiers and all the other things. Oh, shoutouts. I was going to do shoutouts. Swallowing Dragons became a member on both YouTube and Patreon. Woo! Thank you. Daniel upgraded. Thank you for doing that. I think that was all the new stuff that I hadn't mentioned last time. Thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot. And, that is it, I think, for now. I will be back on my birthday. So I will see you guys then. Bye.